That's a piece of old wood that I picked up out of the wood line over there, and we're just turning it into a spoon. We're gonna work on the backside here a little bit. Been working on that front with our hook knife for a while. Now we're gonna work on the backside. This one's got a really nice natural curve to it. I'm working on this small one over here too. I don't really quite see that one or not, but all right. Kind of gotten warm today. It's supposed to get up there, I don't know, about 70 Fahrenheit, give or take a little bit. And then again, tomorrow, then it's supposed to really drop out. I think Sunday it's supposed to really drop back. So, there we go. We'll turn it like that. Get you out of the sunlight here. So, yeah. Kind of a noisy morning here. It's like everybody's making a mad rush to get chores done before this rain comes in. And like I said, it's like 70 Fahrenheit. Supposed to do it one more time tomorrow, and then after that, the temps drop back again. This is a bit bigger of a spoon. We're working on this small guy over here. More of a scoop this morning, and just trying to get some stuff done and use the old hook knife to do the bowl. A lot of sawdust everywhere. Yeah. We do this kind of stuff. I prefer to be out here outside the workshop, so all the sawdust goes everywhere else but into the air, with us in it. Sound like an ambulance out there in that area behind us. It's pretty cool. Look at that. You can see right here where the growth ring was like this and went like that. So it was pretty cool. That old piece of maple. I found this piece, oh goodness, this was probably back August, I guess, laying over there in the wood line, amongst all the junk, leaves and stuff, and it was really moist and about ready to fall apart. So I dried it up, then sometime about a month later, September-ish, October, made a spoon blank out of it and had a big old bowl on it. But got a nice natural curve, and we're going to work on the backside for a bit today and this morning, and after that we'll do a couple other things here and there. Well, we got 21 people in the room. We got one thumbs up. I appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up, man. Subscribe, and yeah, old piece of maple. You can see right here where some spalting had started, like a limb had come in and got a growth ring like this, and like something else started to go on here. Yeah, old piece of maple. Right. Hard to believe it's Friday already. Good first week of 2026 is down, it's gone. So live here in Virginia, and every year we have to get our vehicles inspected for safety, and just got both vehicles done, finished them up this morning, and new tires later. What I thought was going to be a relatively inexpensive event became an expensive event, but that's okay. It's got to be done. All right, we got 32 people in the room. 3 thumbs up. I appreciate it. Y'all hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button. Make a comment. That way I can return the favor if you've got a channel operating. This can be cool. Get real nice. You can see right here, that was like a growth ring comes out and keeps going around. And the more sanding you do, the more that you'll get that exposed. All right, good to see everybody. Got 24 people in the room, and like I said, greetings from the coast of Virginia, USA. Right here on the Atlantic coast, James River, Harbor, Chesapeake Bay area. And a little smaller community called Newport News right across the harbor from Norfolk. Yeah, it's starting to get a nice little shine to it now. Looking good. Alright, let's show you. You can see the growth, and we got a little tiny of a pit right there. We need to keep sanding down. We'll take care of that. There's your spoon bowl. A nice little, almost like a pocket serving spoon. You know, it's just at camp, take it with you, and tell you what, you'll definitely get your fair share of potatoes or soup or whatever's going on. I usually wear a glove on this hand because I'm using knives and this one. And this won't keep you from getting cut bad, but it'll definitely keep you from getting grazed. And these things right here, these detail knives, is like, think about getting scratched by a cat. Well, this is about like 10 times worse. So, all right. 32 people in the room. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button. If you're into spoon carving forks, duck decoys, or little figurines, or any type of crafting, man, hit that subscribe button and let me know about your channel. And started on a couple of forks yesterday, but the wood is not quite dry enough, so We'll let it dry up some. Bud Files, good to see you. Traveling Whitcombs, good to see you. All right. Yep, good morning. It's up. Just telling everybody it's like 70 Fahrenheit here in Southeast Virginia, and got one more day of that, and then it's supposed to drop back down to, oh my goodness, it's cold out here. I think it was like 37 this morning and 27 the morning before that. But I'm in a t-shirt right now, so I mean. How's everything in y'all's part of the world? This old piece of maple that I picked up back in the wood line over there back in August, and it had been sitting on the ground a long time and covered up with leaves and whatnot, and it was almost like a sponge. And dried it out, made the spoon blank, and then started working on it. Dang, wish we could get a day or two like that. 30 here. Oh my goodness, huh? All right. Gallivanting Galantes, good to see you, man. All right, how's everything? Yeah, it's a good spoon here. Like I said, I found this way back in the summertime, and it was underneath a pile of leaves and stuff, and it was so moist. It was literally like had soaked up twice the size of the piece of wood it was, and then we started. I dried it out, and then maybe about 3 or 4 weeks later, made the spoon blank. And now we've been using our hook knife for the bowl and sanding, and I think it's going to be a pretty one. A nice little natural bend in it. So got one little tiny little dimple right there that looks like I might have to deal with, but you can see the amount of sawdust we've taken off this thing. Goodness gracious, man. But I like the smell of it, so let's see here. All right, we got 20 people in the room. 5 thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up button. If you have a channel, make the comment, and I'll come and visit you. Got a dog over there. He just like howling, I guess. Couple doors, couple houses down from here. It is 10:13 a.m. here, Eastern Standard Time. I had seen where YouTube was talking about you can, your little vertical lives, you can actually convert them to full-size videos now. You just have to go into the settings and flip a little toggle switch or something in there. But we'll look into it a little later on. And yeah, it's definitely a sturdy spoon. That is for sure. Yeah, definitely you're not gonna find this at a big box store. No. If you did, they'd probably charge you $25, you know. This is more like something you'd find at like little antique shops, or, you know, a flea market or something. And the more sanding you do, the more pronounced the growth rings get. You got one here, looks like there, and it looks like something went through here. And there's either a limb or a bug infestation began there, and that's what they call spalt, when it starts creating those black lines that you see in a lot of times. All right, let's see who here. We're carving a spoon now. Sanding a spoon. Hand carved one. All right, let's see who else is in here. 30 degrees. Yeah, it was, like I said, yesterday morning was 27. And this morning was 37. But it's supposed to get up right up near 70 Fahrenheit. And then rain overnight. Warm again tomorrow. A little raining. Intermittent. And Sunday, a lot of rain. And a big drop in the temps. I think next week's supposed to be like, about 40 Fahrenheit. 35 during the days. Cold nights. We've already had 4 small snows and 1 big snow already, which is kind of rare for this part of Virginia, right up here against the coastline. All right, let's turn it on its side here. But yeah, I've got a pretty good amount of volume in the spoon bowl here. I don't know whether y'all can hear that cardinal out here just sitting above the site here and just chattering up a storm. All right, let's take a look at our screen. All right, we got 30 people in the room. That's awesome. And got 7 thumbs up. All right, let's turn it the other way. Yeah, this one I think would be more of the bowl size would be more like a serving spoon. You would definitely get your fair share of potatoes and stuff or soup. All right, Jamie, good to see you, man. Awesome. How's everything in your part of the world? How'd you like that new bird feeder this morning? I think it's badass. It really is. It's impressive. You can set it where it can spot your packages being delivered, vehicles on your property, humans on your property, along with the species of bird lands in it to tell you northern cardinal, Carolina chickadee, or whatever. Once it sees your pet, you can program it that it, whenever it sees that pet, it'll just hey, I see Rover. So, yeah, that bird feeder is really something else. And the thing about it is nobody would ever realize, that it's anything other than a bird feeder. You could put it anywhere on your property, front yard, backyard, side yard, and people just, just a bird feeder. But the whole time it's sitting there just dinging your iWatch or your iPhone or whatever other communication device you're using, and you're seeing it all. And it has a speaker set up where you can turn a speaker on it and say, hey man, what are y'all up to? all these mainline security systems. To tell you the truth, I really haven't had a lot of good luck with them, you know. But something like this, you know, you can kind of play around with it until you get it just the way you want it, and get it positioned where it's soaking up sunlight, keeping that battery at 100%, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. Well, we got 19 people in the room. We got 8 thumbs up. I appreciate it. I don't know if y'all can hear all these birds everywhere, but I got birds all over the place out here. All right. Let's take a look at this. Right. Let's see if I can show you the growth rings in there. Pretty cool for old piece of forest wood just picked up on under a pile of leaves. Alright. If you're ever worried about the vise damaging your work, you can just get yourself a paper towel, old t-shirt or something like that, and cut it between the teeth. But high-speed sander. Hear all those helicopters out there flying the James River. What I call my one-speed, high-speed sander. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like they're working over there on that road back behind us. Goodness gracious. All right, let's take a look at our screen real quick. I gotta take a step down and come back over here. Well, we got 47 people in the room, and got 8 thumbs up. And for those of you that are new here, my name's Dave. I'm from southeast corner of Virginia, USA, right here on the Atlantic coast, Chesapeake Bay area, just to the north of Norfolk, Virginia. And this piece of wood was picked up out of the wood line back in August, and it was like a sponge. It was just swelled up huge. So we dried it, and then like September, October, we carved it into a spoon blank, and then we put it up on our drying rack. And I picked it up, I don't know, about 2-3 days ago, and see whether it was dry enough to work, and it is. And got a nice big depth to it and everything, and we're slowly working the dents out and everything. Okay, let's bring our vise back out. All right. Vsels, good to see you. Hope I got that name right. All right. How's everything in your part of the world? Yeah, we got about 38 people in the room. 9 thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button for me. If you have a channel operating, make a comment and I'll return the favor to you. Yeah, the growth rings are really definitely becoming very obvious now. Yeah, it sounds like you got a work crew over there. I don't know whether they're getting ready to cut trees or do something on the roads out there or what, but all right. Definitely, see what the temperature is here. Okay. Looks like about 62 Fahrenheit at the moment. The wind has stopped, so. This is the one that we're working on this morning. It's a little scoop, and I've still got a lot of sanding and doing it. And I mean, I guess you could use it for a little tiny, like a camping spoon or something like that, but I just prefer doing the scoops. You can shorten up the handle if you need to. Put it in your coffee, whatever. Your flour, your sugar. Yeah, I hear you, doggy. All right. Yep. Measuring how deep the bowl is. We still got a lot of. We could go way deeper if we wanted to. The question is, do you want to go deeper bowl or shallow it out this way? If you go deeper in the bowl, you definitely would get a serious help on whatever you're going to use to dish it out. But if you go this way, bowl obviously will remain about that depth, and you start just getting a lot more ring activity, visible to the eye. And then we put that sealant and that stain on there. I use a food grade mineral oil and mix old coffee grounds, and sometimes I'll crunch up a old black brown leaf and maybe throw a tea bag in there or something like that, and it'll come out with a kind of a mocha looking color. And of course this one's just natural color, but it's similar to this. And if the wood is darker already and it has like spalt lines in it, it'll become way darker. Yeah, it sure will. All right, let's take a look at our screen here. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, man. I appreciate that, Jamie. All right. I love all them coins, man. It's some awesome stuff. What was it I heard? The stacker of the year? That's cool, man. I don't know a lot about that kind of stuff, but it's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, let's turn this guy like this. You can see right here, this is where the axe marks were, right in here. This year we're gonna do some forks, some duck decoy type things. A whole bunch of different things here. Oh yeah, getting nice and smoothed out in there now. All right, let's take a look at our screen here real quick. You're doing this. Actually, no, I hadn't heard anything about the spoon challenge until I heard some people mentioning it, but didn't know who was doing it or anything like that. I do spoons all the time, so anyway, good to see you there, Rock Solid Passion. Absolutely. But I'd seen it mentioned over on a few posts and stuff, but that one must have slid past me, you know, and the amount of stations and channels that we have. Yeah. We got a cardinal out here in the bird feeder now. 2 or 3 doves, and they're doing this thing. It's pretty cool. I knew you started spoon. Yeah, I've been doing spoons for a long time. And like I said, I've been doing. Yesterday, I started some fork blanks, and you do like a kuksa or coffee cup or something like that now and again. Kind of tinker around with duck decoys. The heads of them and stuff like that here in the coming weeks, and got a bunch of wood over here drying, a bunch of cedar that we found out there in the wood line. But no, I didn't have any information on that spoon challenge. I didn't know who was leading it up or what it was they were looking for. Yep, just a little bit more. Then we'll turn it over to the other side here. Most of the time, this is the most trickiest part to deal with, because this is where you're gonna make your cuts, what I call the stop cuts. You make a cut right here, and then when you're using your hatchet or anything like that, it'll stop the motion from continuing onward into the bowl. All right, let's take a look at our screen here. I think it was Amy doing the spoon challenge. Oh, okay. Maybe you could make some wooden jaws for the yeah, we sure could, man. It's all sorts of things we can do, and I guess now that I'm retired, I just kind of like just slowing down, enjoying things. And I mean, back in the day, I'd come out here and plop down the old lawn chair and knock out a spoon right quick. Of course, it wouldn't look, all sanded up and everything. But now I just I take my time, and when it gets really hot during the summer months, I do a lot of blanks and get it down to a certain point and call it, done for that, and I put it up on the dry rack. And then usually when it gets into the cooler months, I'll start breaking them out and finishing them up and give them their color and the sealant and everything. And if you don't know, there's Dave Collier Camping on the Facebook side. Pretty much anything, you feel free to share your videos and anything else you want up on there about whatever you like to do. Camping, hiking, fishing, collecting coins, cooking, making knives, spoons, traveling, sightseeing, bird watching. All right, hear all these birds? Oh my goodness, man. They're everywhere. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to get a bigger vices if I'm gonna start doing like duck heads and stuff like that. I mean, these are pretty much designed to hold like small stuff, you know, forks, spoons, stuff like that. Yeah, this wood is so old that it's like light, real light in weight. Yeah, when I first found it, I'm like, nah, I don't know if this can be saved or not. But there's a lot of phenomenal carvers out there. Oh my goodness, man! The spoon carvers and little figurines and what spirits of the forest and all that kind of stuff is fantastic. And then you got your chainsaw carvers and all that kind of stuff. And see, his door keeps blowing up, so we'll make sure it gets latched here. There we go. Yeah. All right, Suzanne, good to see you. Oh, okay. That's called Dave Collier Camping. Right on Facebook. I think it might pop up. You need to be approved to join. But I think I had clicked that thing where it'll eventually go right on through. So, but what we do over there to keep people from putting porn and hateful politics and stuff like that. If you submit a video, as soon as I get finished with the live here, we'll approve and get you up. Yeah, it's a shame that, you go in there, you think you're going to see camping, hiking, rock hunting, or anything else, but what you're seeing is politics from one country or another. And for those of us that are operating down here at this level, carving spoons and such, there's absolutely nothing that we can do to change anything. Just enjoy yourself and all right, let's take a look at our screen here real quick. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's what difference does it make? I mean, seriously, we're out here in the workshop or wherever like that, carving a spoon. There's not a thing in this world that old Dave Collier can do to change the world. Might put a smile on somebody's face watching me carve a spoon, but if somebody thinks that I'm going to be able to change the government of the United States of America, yeah, right. Or any country for that matter. Biggest choice I might be able to affect today is whether we're going to grill hamburgers or steak, or something else, But, yeah. Like I said, that Facebook group, same name as the YouTube, Dave Collier Camping. And you should be able to join right away, but if you submit a video, I just have to go in there and approve it, and I'll do that here in a bit. So, yeah. Hey, grill both. Yeah, why not? What we don't eat today, we need tomorrow, right? Or for breakfast. We tend to eat some pretty unorthodox breakfasts. If it's leftover pizza, chicken, whatever, leftover chili, steak, and nothing like steak and eggs, right? Yeah, I'm starting to. I like to keep a few of the nicks and dents in it, that way you can definitely see where, we did our handwork on it. And I'll take the detail knife here and use the very tip of it kind of take the high spots down some. You definitely see where the growth ring came through there. I guess you can see it. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah. You're right, the leftovers. Yeah. Well, what's that word that they always use? Marinate? Yeah, marinate. Yeah. Second time around. You ever bought a pizza from out here in town and put it in the refrigerator or something like that? I don't know about y'all, but it seems like it tastes better the second time around. I don't know. BRB, all right, man. Definitely. I hear you. Yeah, especially soups, gumbo. True, very true. What other stuff tastes really good second time around? I don't know, like if you grill a hamburger or something like that, break it out, pop it in the microwave, throw it on the bun, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. 33 people in the room, 19 thumbs up. And Suzanne, you got any lives coming up? Every time I plop down in front of the computer, I see somebody's live, and I'm having a hard time keeping track of when's who and who's where. And all right, excellent. Present temperature, 62 Fahrenheit. Present time, 10:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you inside the United States here, or beyond, I guess, if you've got NFL football playoffs this weekend. Look like a lot of those teams let a lot of their head coaches go over the last few days. Yeah, this little dimple, man, we're almost down to where it's going to disappear on us. And I hear it all the time. Oh, we could knock that out in an hour. Nah, not anymore. We'll go take our time. Just enjoy ourselves. Yeah. I almost got this down to where we wanted on the outside here. Later today, we'll see how dry those fork blanks are over there. We'll carve ourselves a couple of forks this time. Go along with this. All right, take a look at our screen here. All right. Enjoy with Nomi. It's good to see you. Hello. I am doing quite well. I hope you're well. All right. Hopefully everything's going all right in your part of the world. I am in southeast Virginia, right up against the Atlantic Ocean here, about 6 miles from it anyway. And see, Like I said, I tell you what, when we first got this piece of wood, I felt sure that it was done for. There's nothing in the world that can be done to save it, but it's starting to really have some really cool patterns in it. And the more we sand, it kind of takes on like you're actually got it on a lathe. You start seeing layer, then come up layer, layer. And you got this closed one right here, so that must have been back in the day when it was first born, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's coming along right decent for an old piece of wood. And that's what I do. I don't buy any of this. I just walk around in the woods back over here and, pick something up and determine whether I think it's worth saving or can be saved. And most of the time it can. I mean, over the years I've had my fair share of things come apart, but that's okay. But if you get something that's really spongy and wet and it's got so much neat colors in it, yeah, make the time to let it do its thing, dry up, seal up, and carve it up. And sounded alive and well over the airport today, huh? It's supposed to start raining here in a few hours. That's all right. We'll have everything done that we need to get done. The last time we did a live, we did a bunch of little scoops like this, and they're in the sealant and colorant bath. And that short is up there earlier this morning, showing what it looked like. It came out really nice, and all that stuff was picked up out of the wood line. It sure was. And we got 51 people in the room, 19 thumbs up. I appreciate it. I really do. So, hit that like button and subscribe. And like I said, if you're a serious-minded channel, I don't care whether you're camping, hiking, fishing, and hunting for rocks, hunting for arrowheads, cooking, traveling, bird watching, photography, whatever, you are certainly welcome to come on over and submit your things, and I'll get them up there, approve them just as fast as I can. There's like about 1,400 of us over there now, and plenty of new friends for you to meet. And it's pretty active over there. It's at, probably, I don't know, 100 to 200 posts a day. I know at least 24 of them are mine. I usually try to put something up there every hour, but it's not something from my channel, it's something from one of y'all's channels, that everybody can meet each other. All right, let's come back over here and look at our channel. All right, let's see here. Yep, I see where Brandon Wickham asked to join Dave Collier Camping. A little flash just popped across the screen, and we'll get you up there. And any video you want to share or anything about your channel, create yourself a little minute video, and hey, I'm so and so. Nice to meet you, and feel free to come on over and subscribe and tell us a little about where you're from and all that stuff. And as soon as we get done here, I will go into the main computer over there and get you approved, your videos up, and anything else. And it's not just, oh my goodness, I'd say 10-15% of the channel is UK, Australia is another batch, Canada, the United States, obviously, Germany, see Japan. We got people in Japan, Korea, Mexico. That's right, Estonia, Lithuania, Ukraine. You even got some Ukrainians in there. They're really good at carving spoons, this kind of stuff. Really good. So are the Germans. We got one channel that he lives down here in North Carolina, a little south of here, and they go through all the rivers hunting for old bottles that have been thrown in there over the last 100 years or so. All sorts of different things up in these rivers. All right. JRH, good to see you, man. All right. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Council meeting crap. Okay. That's awesome, man. 48. Yeah. Okay. We'll see what is going on here. We'll pop this in here like this. And the old hook knife, if you ever never use one of these, be careful. All right. That will definitely put a whoop stomping on your fingers. Like I said, I got a little message from YouTube last night, and it said that these vertical lives here can also be converted to horizontal videos. You just have to go in there and switch a toggle around, and you get a mirror image of this kind of video, which gives you an opportunity, you know, for more people to see and stuff. And I'm not exactly sure how this works, but it's cool. We'll figure it out. Yeah, these hook knives are, like I said, they're diabolical. You want to practice with them, and don't put a lot of pressure on it, you know, because if you do, you slip. Complete and utter pain. Probably a trip to the hospital, get some stitches. Or what was that? My friend from the UK said the surgery. I guess so. Yeah. Yeah, we got them too. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Say hi. I'm Travel Lisa. It's nice to see you. Hi Lisa. How are you? And it's great to see everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day and happy weekend. Have a good one. Be safe. I don't know what it's like in other parts of the world, but here around here, USA, we got some type of a super flu, super bug, something or another. You know. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a super helping of something. Taters, a soup, chili, whatever. Yeah. And over the years, I've gotten to about this point, be crunching, crunch, crack. I sure have. Yeah, I surely have. Oh, it's my weekend to work, so I'll be in the hospital all weekend. Ooh, okay. You be safe at work, and hopefully you'll be all right and everything. Okay. I heard somebody had mentioned that there was a spoon challenge going. I didn't know anything about it, to tell you the truth. But Anybody wants to hit that, some type of a collaboration or something, feel free, man. I don't mind you being around or me coming over your way or anything else. We did a video this morning about that IS Young bird feeder, solar powered. That camera on that thing is phenomenal, and it will spot birds, people, packages being delivered, and people wouldn't even really realize that that bird feeder over there is watching the house. I'll tell you. All right, let's take a look at our screen here. All right. Yes, we are making a spoon there, south side. All right. Definitely starting to see the rings show up in here too. Growth rings. Oh yeah, starting to get nice and smooth. A bowl this big really would work good for rock burnishing. Get a rock or another, like a metal spoon or something, and just keep pushing hard and get all those fibers pushed down and stuff. I hear a ship out there in the harbor going whoop 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 whoop. All right. Awesome, guys. All right, well, we got 50 people in the room and 24 thumbs up. I appreciate it. I really do. We'll hang in there just a bit longer, then we'll move on to other things. And hear that siren? That's not a tornado warning. That is Newport News Shipbuilding shift change. Actually, not a shift change, a lunch hour is what that is. That's where they build all the nuclear aircraft carriers, all those big ships and stuff. And it's about 4 or 5 miles from here. But yeah, that's what that sound is, or was. You look at your map and you locate Norfolk, Virginia. Look just to the north of it, you'll see a place called Newport News. And that's where I'm at. Right here on the point where all the shipbuilding and the coal and the shipping terminals all are at. I got my little patch of woods right here, and then beyond that is all the crazy world out there. We were doing a live about this time one time, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and somebody said, "Oh no, you need to head to the shelter. Is that a tornado warning?" No, it wasn't. I appreciate their concern, but no, we're okay. We're good. So, anyway, well, I guess we'll get ready to head on and do some more stuff. I appreciate all y'all being part of this, and we'll try to get up here in the next day or two and do some more and stuff. So, y'all take care. Thank you so much for joining in.